Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentor's YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing our weekly technical analysis for the cryptos that we currently follow. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom. We believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the near-term and long-term outlook for the cryptos that we follow. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio so you can view our positions and progress for our 2K 5X challenge, where we are currently up 3X, so more than halfway there. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right, so let's begin. So, unfortunately for us and for a lot of other people, I think Bitcoin took a turn for the worse the last couple of days. It was on a nice track up to the upside. Our trend indicators turned positive. I was starting to scale in, but as always, I did have a plan. So as it was going higher and higher and higher, I did take some profits, and then as it broke through resistance up here, I put my stop loss below 70 to 65. So I got helped out a little bit over there, and then now it started to drop down. And then this morning, I tweeted out about how last night the trend indicator, our wave trend indicator, turned negative on the medium term. And that the idea always is to have a plan with multiple outcomes. So that's really what we always talk about, because it's about scaling in. You can't go all in at the bottom, right, and just go long, right? And you can't go all in over here as well. So it's, if you're going to go into the long side in a bear market, which we are in, because if you look at it on a weekly scale, right, you can see that we are in a bear market. So here, the bad part here was that up over here, what happened is that we had a weekly higher high, but here we didn't. So we had a color change on our weekly bar here, but then we never had a higher high. And then now it looks like it's a doji, and it looks like it's turning back around. If you look at it on the daily charts, it looks very ugly. So it had a nice little bit of a turn, nice progress to the upside. It never made any downturns until this recent violent move. So it's a little bit different than up here. So up here, it went higher and higher and higher previously, and then it kind of turned around, but it did so in a relatively, a small fashion. But here, it was just 2 big days that wiped out most of the gains for the last, previous month almost. So we're talking about $1,000 from the high to the low, 1,100. Whereas over here, it took a lot longer of a time to get. So from here, right? So it was June 23rd. We're talking about 8,500, and to get to 7,400 over here, it took about a week, right, for that whole thing to turn out. But here, we're talking just a matter of days for it to go up, turn, and then come right back around. And that happens. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin and the cryptos, is that you have to be able to deal with the pros and the cons. So why do most people trade cryptocurrencies in the first place? The pros are is that it is volatile. You have an opportunity to make a lot of money because it does move fast. But that's where also the con is. If you're wrong, and especially if you use a lot of leverage, then you can also get hurt in a very short amount of time too. So you always have to have a plan with multiple outcomes, and be prepared to act on all of those outcomes at once. So right now for Bitcoin, it looks pretty bad. It did enter into the range that we were in for a while. So this is the range from June. So as you can see, it kind of peaked out here, here, and here, but most of the time it's been inside of this range over here. So while it's in this range, if you do trade, once again, I tell you to be a little bit more careful. Take profits, because you can go long and short inside this range. But if you do, you have to take profits, because there's not going to be a lot of runners until it breaks out one way or the other. So here we thought it might break out. I thought it could go to 7,700. I didn't think it was going to go back up to 8,400. So because we're in a downtrend. So if you look at it on the dailies, we're in a downtrend. So we have a peak here, peak here, peak here. I thought we were going to have a lower high, but I thought that lower high was going to come around 7,700. right? So I didn't tighten up as much. And then we'll see what happens here. It has to hold. If it breaks over here, Bitcoin can be in a lot of trouble because our next levels are 4,400 and 3,000 to the downside. So you have to always be careful. Even though it hasn't broken, you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do if it does break? And that's really the key, right? What are you going to do? So let's look at Ether. So Ether is something that I have been bearish on for a long time. So if you look at the charts, it broke the March low, kept on going down, 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 down. None of the weekly charts have seen a positive candle in ever since May. So it's just been going down fast. If you look at the dailies, same thing here, just going down, down, down. It never made higher highs. So this is the dominant candle over here. If you look at it, so look at the range of the dominant candles. So you can kind of see what I talk about here. So you see this dominant candle here for Ether on a daily. All right. So this is the range right here. This one dominant candle until yesterday it broke. So until it broke out, I was just going short, 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 taking small profits as it was in a range. I was in a short because it bounced off of, it came close to resistance at 305. So broken down, I entered. I'm still in a short. My stop loss is actually right over here at about 230, this little green line. So making a bunch of money over here. And this is where the trend is very helpful. So in one case for Bitcoin, the trend had turned positive, and I was riding the trend up because I am a trend trader. And then it, not that it hurt me because I did take some profits to the upside, but I could have taken more profits. But then on this one, this is where it helps because on Ether, the trend has been down. I've been riding this downtrend for a very, very long time. Let's look at EOS. So let's go back to Ether because I will show you where it can go. Sorry about that. Not just now, because now that it broke, right? 240 was the low. 240 was support, and I said that if it goes below 240, it can go in a lot of hurt. People, they didn't make fun of me like that much, but they did, make fun of me for saying that it might go to 240. Right? And then so when it hit this low here, they're like, oh, this is as low as it's going to go. It hasn't been that low in forever. And that's very, very true. It's all the way over here about a year ago. But, same thing. People said that about Bitcoin too when it broke 10,000. So it kept on going lower. So if it goes below 240, my next targets are 140. And then below that, $45. And then 14. And then 9.45 all the way to the downside. So let's look at EOS. So EOS, same thing, was on a nice bit of a uptrend, but on the weeklies, if you look at it though, you see that it never made a higher high. It has to hold this line here at 420. That would be major support over here. If you look at the dailies, same thing. It just basically two candles wiped out this whole, like almost from this little range here. If you look at it, when it got to this level here, that was August 17. So for almost 3 weeks, it was ranging, and then it kept on going higher, and then two candles, and then bam, it wiped everything out. So you have to be very careful. This red line over here, that is where I had my stop loss on it, and it's pretty easy. So people, if you look at it closely, you can see why I have my stop loss there. The other day on Monday, it had turned negative. And then so basically I put my stop loss at the bottom of that candle. I mean, it's pretty easy. Doesn't take a genius to see that, right? So let's zoom in here, right? So it goes up, 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 up. This is the dominant candle here, right? So that's a high, and that's the low, right? But now see how these candles don't make new highs, but they don't really make new lows either. Then we have a color change, and I just put my stop loss right below that, and then it kicks me out. And it kicked me out with a decent amount of profit, right? And that's really the key, because where did I get in on that one? Right, I got in over here, and I got out over here. So I could have taken a little bit more of a profit, but I tried to let it run because it did go above resistance over here, and it did turn positive. Now it broke support here at 565, right? So we're once again back in this little range, My target here to the downside is 420. So if it breaks there though, at 420, then let's look at where it can go, right? If it breaks 420, then the next target here is 310 and then 214 all the way at the bottom. Let's look at Monero. So Monero was looking good. It's still positive actually on a on our wave trend. The reason why is because it did make a new higher high on the weekly. So it's one of the few ones that is actually looking pretty decent. So that's what I said. I tweeted out this morning. Show you the tweet. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, right, you really should. So I said I was a little bit greedy on XMR long. But I'm not going to catch a falling knife. I'll wait for the bounce up, a retest, and a higher high. So what does that mean, right? So if we look at a shorter time frame, what that means is basically this, right? What I wanted to do here, because it's positive and we're right at support, break above. So right here it is, right? It broke down. It's basing. I want to break above resistance here at 111. Retest 111, and then once it makes a new higher high, then I will go back long. If it doesn't, the opposite scenario is true too, which means that it can hit resistance now, right, because we're below it, come back down, maybe retest it, and if it breaks and makes a new lower low, then I will go down. But only if the trend turns negative, which it hasn't so far. Right now it's neutral. Look at Icon next. So Icon, same thing on a weekly. We had one color change to the upside, but then it started going back down. If it breaks here at 797, it could be in a world of trouble because it's never been that low before, at least on Binance. So on the daily charts here, Icon is at a very strategic time here. It bounced off of support here at 797, went back up. Right, so I was long because it was positive, but I had my stop loss in. So that's always the key, is that I was trying to, the wave trend had changed to a positive. I thought it was going to go higher into this little green zone over here. It never did. It hit this little thing here, and then it broke down. Unfortunately, I had a stop loss, and that's always the plan, because you don't know, right? Just because the trend is positive doesn't mean that it's going to keep on going higher, especially when the long term, the weeklies, look so bad, are so negative. And even on the dailies, it looks really, really bad. We just had this little small upturn. So people are thinking that it'll go from here all the way back up here. But it has to get to levels first. So on a daily, it didn't even get to the 50 moving average. So until it crossed there, people were getting really hyped up about Icon, but now it's going back down. So look at Enigma, which is in a very awkward position here because it's right at a major support. If it breaks there, we're talking 6526 and 4237 all the way to the downside. So here, same thing on a shorter term. We'll show it to you here. Fortunately for me, on Enigma, it never turned back up to the positive side. The other day, I was saying that I was waiting for confirmation. It never came. So I never took a long, which was a very good thing. And then it started going back down. And now the wave trend has turned negative on Enigma. As I said, it's getting close to support here at 9194. If it breaks, then it's in a lot of trouble. Look at ZRX. So ZRX is not looking good. For a while up here, it was looking good throughout the summer, and then it just turned. It broke below major support here, and now it looks like it's just headed down. So I said over here, it needs a new higher high wave to confirm up. It never did. Now it's making new lower lows. And so our target here, if it breaks this, once it broke over here, is all the way down here at 5032. It's pretty much a half of from where it is now. So it can go that far down, and there's nothing really to stop it. So let's look at Zcoin over here. So Zcoin, same thing. It's just in a downtrend. There's nothing to talk about over there. Same thing with BitShares. It's just going down, down, down. I said that it must hold over here back in July. It didn't, and then it kept on going further and further down. Now that it broke a major support over here, you can go all the way down to the levels over here where it first started. Now I'm going to save the last link. Link is the only one on a weekly, right, that looked actually very positive. So for the longest time over the summer, it looked very, very positive. We have 1 week and it kind of started turning. But if you look at the dailies, now that it hit major support over here, right, it looks like it looks much better because we have higher highs, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low for now, right? So it didn't break through support. So that's really the key. So on a long term, this was neutral. So this, when it was up here, the long term was positive. Now the long term is neutral. So then on a shorter time frame, on a medium level, it turned back up to positive. It bounced off of support right over here. So this is what I mean about the retest. So what happens is that it goes down, 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 down. It goes down. It goes up. Retests it. And then goes back up. That's what I'm looking for. That's strength going in. So you know that this line here at 3867 is a good support line. So it tests it, goes up, retests it, and bounce back up, makes a new higher high, and then now I am long on Link. So hope you enjoyed our videos. Thank you very much for watching. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.